And welcome back, everybody, to Let's Play Sonic Origins Plus. In the last episode, we got through Marble Garden Zone, and I honestly really like that level. There's a lot of cool gimmicks in that level. And in today's episode, we're going to be going through the bane of my existence, and my childhood's existence. I'm gonna go through Carnival Night Zone. You'll understand why when I get there. Carnival Night Zone. It's kind of the casino-like zone of Sonic 3. It's just a giant carnival. I really like the way this zone looks. I like how everything, is, a carnival and everything else, bumpers all over the place. I like the lights and everything else. I think this zone is really cool. And you got little fans here that kind of like make you go airborne just a little bit. You can jump on these wheels. You can jump on these wheels like if you could go on the right angle. I don't know. Hold on. No, well, you'll see what I mean. Those wheels kind of act like scrap brain zones wheels, where you had to get caught on it and you go in a circle over and over again. Got these cool candy cane shaped, candy cane colored tubes and everything else. I really like this. It spins you around when you go around and whatnot. Actually, is there a I think there's a special stage over here normally. Yeah, there's a special stage right here. I forgot to mention the last episode, since we got all the Chaos Emeralds. If you find a special stage ring after you collected all the special stages, or after you collect all the special stages, I mean after you collected all the Chaos Emeralds, if you find another special stage ring and you go grab it, you just get 50 rings. That's all it does. It gives you 50 extra rings, which is a nice little boost and whatnot. One little thing I really like in the zone too is those things that those gray and white there's over here. Use the drop dash. I haven't been using the drop dash very much. These things over here. Yeah, these things. I like little turbines and whatnot, or turntable thingies. But if you go all the way to the top there, you can kind of launch yourself on the other side. I like the design of those things. When I was a kid, I loved riding those things. But yeah, the zone is really cool. Act 1's not a big issue. It's Act 2 I have a problem with, and you'll understand why when we get there. Got these cannons here. We can shoot ourselves higher and higher. Got magic carpets that if you jump off, it'll gain height based on your height. So you just kind of have to let it go down just a little bit, and you kind of have to jump up here. Tails, you're not making this easier, dude. Flat out, you're not making this easier on me. Him jumping, delayed jump is kind of causing that thing not to go up. Anyways, let's get some runaway shoes. I mean, fast shoes. I remember when I recorded this game for LP League back in the day, I was Supersonic, which we got Supersonic left, so let's go ahead and use it. There we go. But yeah, I was going so fast in the zone, I got clipped in a in a corner. I literally clipped through a corner and died. How do you do that? It's I clipped through the level and the level said, no, you die. But yeah, I'll put a clip of it, but it was funny. I loved it.
There's so many people out there that pretty much just like to complain.
Yeah, I don't know.
Have you seen the gaming industry as a whole? What did you do?
Remember that. What? I remember that.
What did you do?
I remember that.
See, Sonic can't even believe it.
I'm gonna jump up here. Gonna go over here. Go through this corkscrew. But yeah, we got Supersonic last episode, so we're kind of cool. Yeah, we got pretty much everything. In terms of every special stage, we have pretty much 100%. Well, I wouldn't say we 100%ed Sonic 3, because if anybody's played Sonic 3 and Knuckles knows, this is only half the game. It's in the name of the game, but we'll get there when we get there. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab these rings here. We got a lot of rings. We could just be Supersonic the whole time. Oh, Tails, my goodness, buddy. You just get caught in the bumpers. I love these things. I love these drums. They're so cool. And you just come over here, and we're just gonna jump off these barrels. Yeah, these barrels. I'm alluding to it. I don't know what my problem is with this. But, yeah, just keep on moving on here. We're gonna get sucked up through this tube and fall through, apparently. Sonic, quit falling. You just can't get up there, buddy? Kill these little guys here. I gotta be careful. That can crush you still. And just keep on moseying on here. We're about ready to get to the boss. Yeah, here's the mini boss. And I don't need to worry about being supersonic in this boss fight because you can't just like cheese it. If I attack it, nothing's gonna happen. And unfortunately for this boss, in order to damage it, you have to attack it to extend his core a little bit, his like power core. And his little top thing that's spinning around, breaking all the blocks, if you make it run into him when his core is exposed, that's how you damage him. It's kind of a tricky boss. It's not too hard. It's just first time players, it might take a little bit to figure out how to fight him. Well, that's Act 1 of Carnival Night Zone. I didn't mention, of all things, because we talked about it last episode, the music is different in this version of Sonic 3 and Knuckles. This music's a lot different. It was not like this before in the original, because the original was based off of Michael Jackson track. At the end of the episode, I'm going to do you guys a favor, because I know this is a big, highly debated topic. At the end of the episode, I'm going to be putting up my title card I've been doing in certain episodes, and I'm just going to put the original music on the title screen, on the end card, so you guys can listen to it. Mainly because I think I'm in agreement with everybody. The music that got replaced is inferior to the original, but like I said, I understand why they had to do it, and it's not, it's not a deal breaker, because I still love Sonic 3 for more than just the music. I love Sonic 3 because the gameplay is amazing, the zones are absolutely flawless, and I wouldn't say absolutely flawless, but like, in my opinion, they're really, really good. They're like 9 out of 10 stages. I can't really find a stage I absolutely hate. Even Carnival Night Zone, even though I alluded to the bane of my existence as a childhood, that's just because of one thing in Carnival Night Zone. We'll get to it later. But like, Sonic 3 means a lot to me. It's literally like one of my favorite games ever. And the music being changed isn't going to change that fact for me. And as long as other people can play this game and experience this game just like I did when I was a kid, music or no music, it's still... I guess I get the point. I need to stop rambling on about stupid stuff. But anyways, but yeah, like as long as people get to experience this game easily, then I'm fine with it. I think that it's worth the sacrifice of changing the music of the game. But like I said, at the end of the episode, I will be putting my end card that I've been putting up in the last couple episodes. I'm putting the original music from the Genesis version in there, so that way you guys can at least hear what the music sounded like. You can also check my Let's Play of Sonic 3 and Knuckles on my channel. It's a really old Let's Play. It's like literally like my third Let's Play ever did in my life, and it has the original music in there if you want to listen to it. This can is not being cooperative, dude. We just keep hitting that spot right there where I barely enough get through the first bumper just to hit the middle bumper and get bounced back. These guys are kind of cool. They kind of transfer between the two ceilings on the top there, and they kind of shoot electric bolts at you. I almost said balls, I meant bolts. So this red barrel, we kind of just can use that to launch ourselves up here. And if you're probably wondering, like, how am I gonna, well, like, this thing, the red barrel. Okay, I need to get into this, but I'm not gonna get into it until I get to the part where we need to talk about it. But yeah, the red barrels here can just launch you up here. I think if I can bring Tails down here, where is he at? There he is. I'm just gonna fly up here because I don't want to explain the mechanic yet. I want to explain the mechanic when we get to the part where it's mandatory. Okay, so we just get up here. We just can keep continuing on, and then eventually we're gonna get sucked through this tube. Woo! And then we're gonna come over here, hit this bat. There's a special stage down below me. I don't know how you get that. I think you have to come through here. Yeah, there we go. There's a special stage right here if you haven't gotten special stage yet. But yeah, we're just gonna keep on moseying on through, bumping these bumpers. Boing, boing. At least we get 10 points every time we hit the bumpers there. I think eventually they stop giving you points, but I mean, it's just 10 points out of like, what, 250,000? Jeez. Hi, Knuckles. Here to make my life a living heck again. See? Yeah, he turned the lights off in this part here, which is a kind of a cool aesthetic. You see a carnival with all the power, power's like turned off in it, so it's like really like got a mute color to it. It's kind of eerie in a way, but we got water here. Good thing we have a bubble shield, so I'm gonna have to be watch out for the lightning bolt guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and do the kind of spin dash my way there. You can use the the bubble shield's bubble bounce in order to break those platform or those the ground underneath you there. Eventually the water's gonna drain here, and we're just gonna have to continue the level like normal. And we're just gonna ride these red barrels here. Red barrels. Red barrels. Red barrels. Okay, so we're gonna come down here, and I'm gonna keep on flying down here, and eventually we're going to find a switch that's gonna turn the power back on. Knuckles, you know, he's like, oh, I'm gonna turn it off for you, but we're gonna be like, no, I'd like to actually enjoy my time at the carnival. Thank you very much. So I'd like to have the lights on because I want to see the attractions. It's like stupid blew in my bubble. These guys have bumpers on their shells there. You can bounce right off of them. Okay, I'm gonna be careful here. I don't know what those dots on the graphics there next to those barrels. It's kind of weird. I just now noticed the little 4 dots on the side of the barrels there in this mute color scheme. I don't think I've ever noticed that before. That's weird. Anyways, we're gonna come up here. And I think we're getting close to the power switch where we need to hit it. Just kind of climb up here, eventually hit these balloons. I like to pop in the balloons in order to get a little extra height. That's kind of a neat mechanic. It's actually right here on these little drums here that we need to kind of climb back up here. Eventually, we're gonna hit the switch. Oh. I said, as soon as we hit the switch, it turns the lights back on. And we can continue the level like normal. Now this right here, gonna keep on coming down here, boing, 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 all over the place. And we're gonna come up here and we're locked here. And we got a red barrel. This part right here, I could not figure out until I was 16 years old. I tried everything. I jumped on this barrel. I thought that maybe if I bounced on this barrel hard enough, it'll go down deep enough in order for me to advance further. I could not figure this out as a long time, and I know everybody couldn't do it. I'm not the only one that had this problem with this barrel. But as you can see, it's locked, and this is where I timed out. Like, I had timeouts a lot of time overs in the game because of this. It's weird because, you know, I play with Tails as my partner, like normal. And you jump on this eventually, and if you keep trying this, eventually Tails gets down there. And I'm like, how did you get down there, Tails? I don't know how you do it. You know what the answer is for this? Push up, jump on it, and then push up and down, up and down. And then eventually you can get out. it literally took me 10 years of my life and my childhood to figure that little trick out. I literally tried everything but that. I know everybody's gonna be like, you literally didn't try everything then. I know I didn't, but I was a stubborn kid, didn't understand how things work. The game never explains to you, hey, this is what you do when you're on the barrels. You know, you just jump on these barrels, you're like, oh, they're bouncing whenever I bounce, jump, and everything else. So you think, oh, I gotta jump on them. And it doesn't work, and you're like, what am I doing wrong? I can't figure it out. But yeah, the red barrel of doom is what caused me to have an existential crisis with this love-hate relationship when I was like 5 years old playing this game. But I couldn't get past this zone because of this. It is literally what was stonewalling me from beating Sonic 3 until I was 16 years old. It's embarrassing to say, but eh. Hi, Knuckles. What button did you push this time? Oh, you just made the tube go in reverse, huh? Alright. Okay, so now we're here at the Eggman boss. Eggman, this boss is kind of, I don't care for too much. He's gonna drop this ball, and eventually, he's gonna cause a giant, like, vortex tornado that kind of sucks you in, and you just have to kind of run past it. And eventually he's gonna go down in order to collect his ball. But if you have the instant shield, you can kind of cheese this boss. This boss isn't hard. Use the instant shield and you just wail on him. But with that, we've completed Carnival Night Zone. The zone isn't that bad. I like it. I just hate I have PTSD with this zone because of what happened to me when I was a kid. But we'll just jump in here, and away we go to the next zone, Ice Cap Zone. So with that, I'll see you guys in the next episode.